Hello and welcome to Open everyone. Happy 2024. I'm Rhina Valentin, your hosty Café con Leche. For the next hour, everybody, you to get social with us online, tweet us, and follow us on Instagram at BronxNet TV and like us on Facebook at Open BronxNet Television. Of course, while you're there, don't forget, follow moi on FB, Instagram, Insta Stories, Threads, and LinkedIn at Rhina Valentin. Happy New Year, mi gente. And as we are bringing in 2024, we're going to bring it in with a fresh start, a cleansed mind, and healed soul. Our first guest of the year is a facilitator at the People of Color Healing Circle, a queer, trans, Black, Indigenous, and other people of color centered and led energy healing collective. They provide services and offerings to communities with a mindfulness approach towards trauma-informed care. And here to share more is a People of Color Healing Circle facilitator, Savannah Schmidt. Hello, Savannah.
Hello, Rhina. Thank you so much for having me. I'm very excited to be here.
Happy New Year to you.
Happy New Year. Happy Gregorian calendar New Year.
Ouch. Talk about it.
Well, let's talk about it. So the Gregorian calendar is the one that we follow. States that New Year begins on January 1st. But that is not how nature works. So nature puts the beginning of the year in spring. So I spend the first 3 months of the year celebrating the new year. I do Gregorian calendar. I do Lunar New Year, which is celebrated by folks of Asian descent. And that usually happens in February. And then in March, on the 21st, we have the solstice, which is nature's new year. So there's often a huge push for us to get our lives together, start new things in January. And that can feel a little hard because it's winter. We're actually supposed to be hibernating. We're supposed to be allowing our seeds to rest and plant in the soil. But that doesn't mean that we can't celebrate the new year and we can't, begin to work on the things that will bloom in the spring.
Oh my gosh, I love that you just gave us that breakdown, because really, it's a conditioning, right? We're conditioned to bring in the new year at the first of the year, or the beginning of the calendar new year, as you like to mention, or as you've referred to as the Gregorian calendar.
Yes.
And yeah, but naturalistically, I agree with you, right? Because everything blooms in the spring. So it's like a rebirth.
Exactly that.
So thank you for breaking that down. For those who may not get it, right? Because we're kind of going with the rhythm of times, and in that process, you're actually presenting these workshops and these means of, in essence, from what I gather and what you're offering, kind of merging the two, that hibernation and renewal simultaneously. So let's just talk about, I guess, your foundation first, because you come with a lot of credentials.
So I have been, there we go. I call myself an intuitive healer. I have always just felt connected to earth. I grew up in a very spiritual family. And always kind of just connected with the spirit world and the natural world, and been aware that sometimes the way that we are asked to move in the world does not go with the natural rhythms of Indigenous life. So in 2021, I had recently moved to New York, and I found the NYC POC Healing Circle, and they were offering a Reiki training. So for those who are unfamiliar, Reiki is an energy work modality that comes from Japan. It was popularized by a man named Mikao Usui in the 1800s. He had a lot of connection to like Buddhist and Shinto religious background. So a lot of the Reiki tenets come from that. But honestly, this was kind of yet another example of a man kind of taking credit for women and indigenous healing. And this beautiful, and basically in Reiki, what a Reiki practitioner does is we act as a conduit and an amplifier. Everyone has the ability to tap into the energies of the world around us and use that energy to rebalance themselves, help calm their systems, or if you're focused on something like healing a relationship with someone, you can focus the energy that way. So, people who are attuned to Reiki and other types of energy work, we've just become a little more adept in working in that modality.
It's I like that you're breaking it down for us because um I myself have attended like a Reiki healing session, and I've always been curious to understand, like, I guess, how it is that it actually works, that a person's own energy, or the Reiki healer is using their hands, that not necessarily direct contact, but close enough to exchange a certain energy, and so is in the movement, like, what is the idea behind the shifting of the energy? Is it alignment? Like, what is it that it really entails?
So, it can be, it's what the person needs. So, when I conduct a Reiki healing, like I said, again, I'm acting as a conduit. I'm not sending you my energy. I'm tapping into Reiki energy, the energy of the earth. And because of my ability as an intuitive and a psychic, you're going to tell me what you need. Like, we'll have a discussion. Like, you might say, like, hey, Savannah, I'm coming to you because I'm having a really difficult time with my mom. We're having conflict. I want to heal that relationship. And so, yeah, you'll lay down, we'll do a little prayer, and I'll start tapping into that energy. And through that, I'll receive messages. So you said it was about your mom, but your spirit guides are telling me it's actually about something further up in the lineage. Your mom is just reacting in a way because that's how she reacted. You might actually have some deeper generational trauma. And so I'm just acting as a channel to give you the information you need. And so you can do your next steps, which may be getting some more energy work and maybe going into therapy, journaling, things like that. I like to say that Reiki is a really beautiful complement to any other type of like mental health work that you're doing, any type of other spiritual practices that you may be a part of. It just complements and enhances those. So ideally in a
Savannah,
session, oh,
Savannah, let me just pause you for 1 second.
sorry.
No, it's not. No, you don't have to apologize. I'm like, excuse me, Miss Intuitive. Yeah, hello. Nobody asked you to do the reading on air. Wepa. OMG. Ouch. I am feeling you. My goosebumps are up. I'm like, whoa. How did that? Whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. You know
So
what I'm
that
talking.
was one of the things.
You know,
That's why I loved getting the Reiki training. Like, it helped me just hone this kind of thing. I'm one of those people, empaths, highly sensitive, whatever, where you kind of know, you're like, oh, they're not feeling well. Or, my mom and I used to have conversations where we never spoke. I was like, you told me this. She's like, but I didn't call you. I'm like, but you told, like, I heard your voice in my head say the thing. So oftentimes, yes, I'm coming in as a Reiki practitioner, but I am using all of the gifts at my disposal to help my clients.
that's amazing. I'm just. I didn't mean to interrupt you because you
It's
had a
okay.
flow going on, but I was like, sister, that's enough. That's enough.
But the other thing is, like, there are some universal truths, right? Like, most
Yeah,
of us are
yeah.
going to have some kind of, sometimes an uneven, let's say, relationship with people who are our caretakers when we were young. And a lot of what we are dealing with when we are seeking healing is repairing those things that happen when we were very small. And those are influenced by how our caretakers grew up, which is influenced by the society that they came in. So when we get to here, right, to here we are in the present, a lot of us are working on decolonizing kind of our whole lives.
Right.
Capitalism and white supremacy have like shaped these worlds that we exist in that are not really made for people of color. And so part of our work in the healing circle is getting people to decolonize their practices, decolonize your life. You could be working less. I'm just gonna say it. I'm gonna say it.
Right.
You know?
Yeah. I trust me. Our views. It's all good. But I do want to say before we run out of time, I want to share with our viewers what exactly is being offered in this QT BIPOC New Year energy cleansing and intention setting, which you kind of gave us a little taste of it, but I know there's other aspects to it that I want to make sure that they're aware of before we run out of time.
Okay, so this Saturday at the LGBT Center in the Village, West Village, we will be holding our monthly BIPOC Reiki Circle. In this, we come together as a community and we lead folks through a limpieza, which is a cleansing. We use eggs and herbs to help pull negative energy from folks, to help clean their energies, because we're like sponges. We will like, things can get stuck to us and we want to let some of that go. Sometimes you're feeling bad is not about you, it's about people you've been around.
Yes.
And then from there, folks also have a chance to sign up with individual Reiki practitioners for a one-on-one session. And that will include Reiki. You'll probably get some channeling. And then depending on who your practitioner are, there may be some tarot cards. There may be some sound healing. All of us have a lot of gifts and we try to bring all of them to our communities for their healing.
That's beautiful. And so anybody can attend?
Anyone can attend. If you're interested, you can visit our Instagram at NYCPOC Healing Circle. And in our link tree, you can sign up. We do it on sliding scale. We do ask for a small donation to help cover the space. And then you pay your practitioner directly. But again, we offer it on sliding scale because healing needs to be accessible. For too long, lots of us haven't been able to access the things that we need because of money. And that doesn't make sense.
I appreciate that. I appreciate you mentioning that, especially when, money is its own energy as well.
Exactly.
Right. So, we can go on and on and on, but we are out of time. So I'm so glad that you were able to get in all the details pertaining to this Saturday's event. We're going to have you on another day, Savannah, because I got to tell you, it's definitely a wonderfully refreshing way to kick off our first episode of the year.
Thank you. I would love to come back. I'm super honored to be the first guest of this year. And I hope that everything goes well. It's going to be a great year, 2024. We're leaving no crumbs behind.
Thank you. I appreciate you, everyone. Savannah Schmidt, once again. She's a facilitator at the People of Color Healing Circle and CEO of TTA Healing Studio. Their QT BIPOC New Year Energy Cleansing and Intention Setting is set to take place on Saturday, January 13th from 2:30 p.m. to 4 p.m. That's happening at the LGBT Center located at 208 West 13th Street in Manhattan. And for more information, you can check out their Instagram at NYCPOC Healing Circle. All right, stay tuned. There's more open when we return.